Hey guys, have you heard of the new hot stock called Hyliion stock? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's Hyliion stock. It's the best possible stock that's gonna go to the moon.
Welcome back, Strongman Personal Finance. I am the terror of Wall Street bets and of loser YouTubers like Chris Sane with his garbage, tax-inefficient portfolio in Robin stock, and Stunk Mo, who literally just copies everybody else's basic, boring stock recommendations. Jeremy LeFufu, the clown that charges people $20,000 to teach you how to read a freaking 10K, which I'm about to look at right now. And my favorite, Meet Kevin, a total clown who has 50% of his portfolio in a vastly overpriced stunk, also known as Tesla. Anyway, welcome back to my channel. If you like me, if you think I'm a joy, if I make you smile, if you want to hear really good investing advice from a certified public accountant, author of Stop Being a Broke Loser, it's on Amazon for $3, and all-around handsome hero, then like the video and subscribe to my channel. Now today, we're going to look at Hyliion Holdings Corporation, which I don't know anything about this company. And you may think that disqualifies you from making any commentary, strong man. Well, guess what? I know how to read financial statements because I am a trained accountant. And I'm going to look at this company. I'm going to tell you what a stinking pile of garbage this company is right now as an investment. So I pulled up the 10K, which is the annual report that companies are required to file with the Securities and Exchange Commission. And we're going to look at this amazing stunk
Hyliion Holdings Corporation.
What kind of name is that? Anyway, this financial statement is for the year ended December 31st, 2020. If they release a quarterly statement, whatever. But we're going to look at their annual report because that's what I want to do. So let's read about the business. What does this company do?
Hyliion
is a Delaware corporation. Okay, I don't care where your headquarters. Our mission is to be the leading provider of electrified. Oh, is that electric? That's so exciting. It's the future, bro. We've never had electricity before. Electrified powertrain solutions for the commercial vehicle industry. Our goal is to reduce the carbon intensity. That's a new thing. I've heard of like carbon footprint, carbon intensity. All these frickin' terms change. It's like the Army. They just change words all the time. And greenhouse gas emissions of the transportation sector. All right. Our solutions utilize our proprietary battery systems, control software, and data analytics. Oh, that's so exciting. Combined with fully integrated electric motors and power electronics to produce electrified powertrain systems. Wow. They're developing 2 powertrain systems for long-haul commercial vehicles, hybrid and hypertruck. Wow. You know what? I may just buy some of this stock because they're making the hypertruck. That is freaking cool. How exciting. So that's basically what they do. Okay, that's cool. So, glad I learned that. Now let's go look at some of the company's risk factors. Because every investment has risks, ladies and gentlemen. I know you degenerate clowns, you
diamond hand, I'm an ape, diamond hand.
I know all you clowns don't care about risks. All you see is the moon. That's all you see. You don't care about the downside. You just think every stonk is going to go to the moon. When really it's all just a self-fulfilling prophecy where you convince each other to buy the stock and you eventually screw yourselves over. But whatever. So let's read about the risks related to our business and the industry. We are an early stage company with a history of losses. Intriguing. A history of losses. And expect to incur significant expenses and continuing losses for the foreseeable future. Wow. I'm going to put my money into this company because they're going to have continuing losses for the foreseeable future. That is just such a great deal. Man. All right, let's see what other risks we have. I'm not going to read all this crap. We are in the early stages of developing key commercial relationships, and our ability to predict the outcome of these relationships is limited. So basically, if 1 or 2 deals fall through or they can't do any deals, then they're going to go out of business. We are highly dependent on the services. What kind of services is he doing? Of Thomas Healy, our chief executive officer. If we are unable to retain Mr. Healy, attract and retain key employees, and hire qualified management, hey guys, are you hiring? You need a good accountant? Because your accounting systems suck, as you'll see in a second. Technical and vehicle engineering personnel, our ability to compete could be harmed. So basically, if your CEO ups and dies, you're going to go out of business. Man, I'm seeing a lot of good things here. Losses in the foreseeable future, highly dependent on people actually buying your crap, and you're all dependent on your CEO. Interesting. Now, I saw something here that really entertained me, because I looked at this a little bit before, okay? We have identified material weaknesses in our internal control over financial reporting, which, if not corrected, could affect the reliability of our consolidated financial statements. So basically what that means for you stunk buyers is that they suck at basically collecting their accounting data, putting it together, and reporting it. So at the end of the day, you can't really trust the numbers that they're putting out because their accounting control systems suck. So thankfully, hopefully the auditors caught this crap. But right now, their freaking accounting system is a disaster, okay? If you can't even trust the numbers, why would you even want to consider investing in this company? Man, but that doesn't matter. The moon! It's the moon! Ooh, it's the moon! That's all that matters to you clowns. Anyway, what else do they have on here? Risks related to our financial result. Blah, 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 blah. We are unable to adequately control costs. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. All right, whatever. Let's go look at the financial statements. The numbers. Now, one thing that I found really hilarious about this company. Actually, let's just go and look and you'll see what I'm talking about. But normally, when you're looking at a company, you want to look at their revenues, you subtract out their expenses, and then you get to see their profit. What do you notice about this income statement that I'm looking at, ladies and gentlemen? The first column is operating expenses. Shouldn't there be like revenues and cost of sales above that? That's interesting. I don't see any freaking revenues. That threw me off when I looked. I was like, where are the revenues? Is the page messed up? No. This company isn't selling anything. They are literally generating $0 in revenues. Now, I've dumped on other stocks. At least they're freaking selling crap. This company isn't even selling anything, at least as of the date of the income statement. That's pretty bad, okay? Why would you invest in a company that's literally not even generating any revenue whatsoever? And then they have foreseeable losses going into the future. So basically, we have a bunch of losses. And the only way they were, they actually had positive net income. But the only reason that happened was because of a change in fair value of warrant liabilities. So basically, the accountants determined, whatever happened, that they had much less warrant liabilities, which on the income statement says, oh, wow, you actually had a positive income flow. But in reality, that has nothing to do with cash flows, okay? So on an accrual basis of accounting, sure, they made a profit in 2020. But if we go look at the statement of cash flows, which you should do, you'll see that the only reason they made money was because of that change in fair value of warrant liabilities, which at the end of the day doesn't mean freaking crap, okay? This company's bleeding money. Oh, what a shock. They're actually increasing their shares outstanding. They're issuing more shares. So if you buy a share in this stunk and they go and issue more shares, you get diluted. Now, I'm tired of explaining what dilution means, and you probably won't even go research it. But if you want to go look it up, go type in stock dilution, and you'll see that it's a very bad thing. You don't want to see the shares going up. I know it's a new company, and they need the cash to survive because they're literally not selling anything whatsoever. But come on, why would you buy a stunk that they're just going to have to keep issuing more shares because they're going to keep bleeding money because they're not even selling anything. God, what is wrong with you clowns? Makes me sick. Oh, all right. Let's go to the statement of cash flows. So the statement of cash flows shows the cash. Now, the beautiful thing with the statement of cash flows is that they start with net income and then they make adjustments to account for non-cash expenses, non-cash gains, non-cash losses, stuff like that. And what it does is it reconciles the accrual basis of accounting to the cash basis of accounting. So we can actually see what their real net cash inflows or outflows were for operating activities. So let's go ahead and see. Look at that. They actually subtracted out the change in the fair value of the warrant liability because they didn't receive any cash, okay? The fair value of the warrant liability changed, but they didn't get any cash. It wasn't actually a real profit. Jesus. All right, so net cash used in financing activities. They burned, is that $22,000? $22 million, almost $23 million they burned in 2020. And the previous year, they burned $11 million. So it's just going to stack and stack and stack. Wow. And then we have net cash used in investing activities. So they're spending a lot of freaking money on investing activities, which purchase of investments. Okay, that's basically all they did with their freaking investable dollars. They purchased a little bit of equipment. Wow, $311,000 of equipment. But they basically spent most of their cash on investments. So I don't know if they're like investing their money in short-term assets to like generate some yield. But I mean, come on. If you're a growing company, wouldn't you be putting a lot of money in property, plant, and equipment? But apparently not. And then we go to net cash provided by financing activities. And unsurprisingly, the net cash provided by financing activities, which is right here for you Wall Street Bets clowns, was $16 million in 2019. And then it went up to $644 million in 2020. Now, I wonder where they got their money from. So, financing activities, business combination and pipe financing, net of issuance costs paid. Okay, so they got some financing. Did somebody buy out part of this company? That's interesting. Proceeds from the exercise of stock warrants. Okay, that's more dilution. Proceeds from convertible notes, payable issuance, and derivative liabilities. Okay, so they basically didn't increase their liabilities a lot, it looks like, but they basically issued a lot of equity out, which dilutes the current shareholders. This company is a stinking pile of utterly disgusting wet crap. Imagine crap just smeared on the walls everywhere, and crap on the floor, and blood. It's everything mixed together. Imagine the smell. That is what I imagine when I read this financial statement. This company is trash, okay? You don't want to invest in a company that doesn't even have revenues. Holy crap, because you know what's going to happen is they're going to have to just keep issuing more and more and more and more stock and more and more and more and more debt to stay alive, okay? Don't invest in this freaking garbage.
Hyliion, I'm a Hyliion investor.
Don't freaking put your money in it, okay? Anyway, like, subscribe, tell your friends about me. Buy my book, Stop Being a Broke Loser, because I will make you a rich winner for only $3. And y'all have a wonderful, delicious day.